Philippe Laborie, Deputy Director of Paris Orly Airport. Welcome to Airport the Interview, our series of C-level interviews with airport directors, airport leaders who are implementing SESAR solutions and are very engaged in innovation. I'd like to start off by asking you a more personal question. Could you tell us what was your first, let's say, memory related to aviation? And I would like to know whether it impacted your career choices in the airport industry.
It certainly did impact me, and the earliest memory was when I went to pick up my grandfather, who worked in an aviation and aircraft manufacturing factory in Biarritz, France, on the airport. And hours before he left, I was taken to see the airplanes go forth, come and go on the airport, and that's when the passion began. So as soon as I had the opportunity later to join Groupe ADP and join the aviation industry, I jumped in.
Excellent. Well, Paris Orly is one of the most innovative airports out there. You're doing everything to do with operational improvements, but also efficiency, environment. There is a lot on that list. I wanted to find out more about what is the key driver behind this phenomenon, and also how did it become embedded truly in the airport culture?
It's an obligation. We are one of the most urban airports in Europe, one of the most constrained, one with the strongest and the most numerous neighborhood. So we just need to be exemplary. And it goes beyond innovation, beyond operations. It has to do with everything we can do to be engaged with the community and engaged with the territories around us.
You mentioned that Paris Orly is really constrained on the side of capacity. How can technology truly be a boon when it comes to unlocking capacity?
One of the recent innovations we've had on the airport is installation 2 or 3 years ago of the APOC, the Airport Operation Center, in which we have centralized the control of our operations. And in this way, we have come from an airport that enables operations to an airport that controls operations, who has control of our operation, and who is able, whenever something unforeseen happens, which is just about every hour, to master the consequences with a place where all the information flows in and decisions can come out. This has been a result of the SESAR research and development and deployment operations, because here we have implemented a number of the technologies developed within this framework.
Zooming in a little bit on SESAR, you're an active member of SESAR Free JU. For those who are not that familiar, it stands for the EU's Single European Sky ATM Research Program. So I wanted to ask you, how is SESAR helping you reach your operational and environmental goals?
I will mention 2 examples because it's a huge number of manners, so I will just stick with 2 of them. 1 or 2 years ago, we ran a test with Eurocontrol within the framework of a SESAR project of commonized operations and artificial intelligence as a support to the turnaround operation on the airport, and also as a support to understanding how a decision on an event at 7 in the morning could have an impact until 8 or 10 in the evening. This test has been run for a week and has taught the community a great number of teachings on what came out of common operations, what machine learning could help. And it has been implemented in the APOC procedures and technologies now, and we are using its result. A second example I will mention is the FastNet project that's currently starting with the SESAR GU, in which we match the use of our airport resource on real-time and day-to-day fashion with what happens on the rest of the network, because we see everyday interactions between decisions that are taken on the airport at 7 o'clock in the morning and airplane rotations that go all over Europe and that end up at 11:30 at night. And we need to master these interferences, and that's an ongoing research from which we expect great promise, because one of our main issues these days is how to ensure that aircraft rotation do not overflow the curfew at night in Orly, and we have to do it, of course, in a preventive manner.
And of course, Paris-Orly is part of a network of airports, Groupe ADP. Are there any SESAR solutions that are implemented across the network or helping the network to operate better?
APOCs are now the standard on our major airports. We have another AP acronym, which is APAMS, which is the computer solution below the APOC, the one that animates the APOCs and that gathers all the relevant information for the decision makers to see, which is deployed across our Paris airports. And these would be the two examples I would mention.
Groupe ADP announced plans to open an innovation hub at Paris-Orly, also following the huge success of the existing one at Paris CDG. Could you tell us more about this project, and also, I guess, what are the key benefits you are expecting to reap from it?
Certainly, we have the success of the innovation work in CDG. We want to build on this, but we want to build something different and something more. It will be a green lab. It will open in 2025 after the Olympic Games. And it will be a center for innovation, but centered innovation on green solutions, green technologies. And we want this to be not only for the use of airport technology, but to be also at the leading edge of all that will be done in the territory around us. It's the idea is to serve not only our airport needs, the needs of our industry, but also the needs of the community.
So you did tackle with that reply my next question, but I will still add it because maybe there are things you would like to also add. So increasingly there is this focus on aviation and airports to deliver on sustainability goals, and also having that environmental responsibility that is coming to the fore. And so I wonder, of course you did mention already the Innovation Hub, that will be a green lab. That is actually a very cool name for it. But I wonder whether there are other areas of innovation at Paris-Orly that are really aimed at reducing the environmental footprint.
Very much the direction we have to take in aviation as a whole is performance and efficiency, but and the novelty is that it's performance and efficiency for the planet. And much of our goals from now on will be centered on decarbonizing the industry. We are doing our bit in decarbonizing properly airport operations and airport technical functioning, our heating, cooling, and so on. We act as a catalyst for the rest of the operators of the industry to do so. First, we do it where it's comparatively easy on the ground, by providing energy to the handling agents, to our friends, the airlines, by allowing them to cool their aircraft without using the APUs. And that means providing them with the air conditioning. In deploying systems that do not exist. And so that's very much part of our industrial project now. It's providing green energy and green processes to our clients, and this can go a long way, because we are already looking forward to the time when we will accompany new means of propulsion for the aircraft, be it electricity, SAF, or hydrogen.
That's actually very, very interesting. So within, the space at Paris-Orly, do you think that you have enough, for instance, empty space where you could accommodate, let's say, hydrogen plants, or, in terms of just the sheer infrastructure, what is the impact?
We'll have to, somewhere or another, and if it's not on our land, it will be, we'll have places to receive this energy, but we have to plan for it. It's a long term, so in the long term, we do have time to prepare even for major transformations, and we have to be ready for this. And we will be ready. It's not very different from a usual, let's say, classical master planning exercise. It's only that the focus is different. We're not only running after capacity, we're also running about a development that balances between energy, which energy will be crucial in our industry in the future, but also environment, making sure we have natural spaces that remain, and the needs of what I would call the classical and usual operations.
So you did mention a couple of big projects that you have undertaken over the years. So the setup of the APOC, the Innovation Hub, extensive tests run with SESAR, JU, and also Eurocontrol. So I wonder, what is your next big project? What are the plans at Paris Orly, let's say, within the space of the next 5 years?
We are involved in 2025 Pioneers strategy for Group ADP, which very much revolves around offering the best quality of service, for instance through biometry. We are now engaging in the greening of aviation, and we have an undergoing project of doubling the energy intake of the airport, so as to ensure that up to 2030 we'll be up to the challenge of the energy requirements of our operators. And we are already planning for the next steps, which will all go in the same direction of operations that are more efficient, that cater for the requirements of the industry in an environmentally respectful way.
And will technology be a key factor in this?
Indeed. Technology as a support to orderly operations, technology to ensure the exchange of information with all the operators, technology to ensure that energy flows properly and in a harmonious way around the airport. The technologies developed in the SESAR framework are of paramount importance for us to succeed this challenge.
Mm-hmm. There is also a lot that is going on in that regard. There is plenty of new solutions, new technologies. You did mention also biometrics. This is a more known one. But I wonder, from your perspective as a person that deals a lot with innovation, but also with daily operations of the airport, what do you think are the technologies that we should be, looking at more closely, or expecting them to become the game changers for the aviation industry?
Remote airport management or remote control management is a game changer for airport layout. Green taxiing is a game changer for the way we operate on the ground, and it needs quite a lot of research to be operationally implemented. And I would finally mention data interchange, which is the key to all of us involved in the industry operating together in a smooth and efficient way, because we have only one common enemy on an airport: it's disorder. And to fight disorder, we need more and more data interchange and all the power of our APOCs to handle and treat information and device strategies.
That's a really nice line, I would say. I think somewhere it was also said that this is actually humanity's mission, that the human mind always go from, okay, I see disorder, I need to install order. So that's really a nice overarching idea for it. And then just a question is, for sure, your airport is also looking at leveraging those and implementing, for instance, as you said, green e-taxiing and also remote operation. So this would be the vision for Paris Orly, let's say, 10 years, 20 years from now.
Implementing, yes, these technologies in full or in part. For instance, remote vision would be a help to manage some remote areas of the airport. It does not have to be central to the operations. On the other hand, green taxiing is certainly something that we would like to happen on a massive scale in the years to come, because it's an occasion to decarbonize a significant and visible part of the operations of aviation.
And then moving to the more immediate term, and this is going to be a bit of a bonus question as well. You did mention Paris Olympics, and I guess all eyes will be on Groupe ADP as you rev up your operations and you prepare for it. I wonder whether with this lens of innovation and technology, whether there is something that you are actually going to either pursue for the first time during the Olympics or just change about the operational landscape.
We'll have all hands on board for this important time. We'll certainly deploy innovative systems of passenger information and interaction with passengers. We'll also deploy innovative systems of baggage handling for the very special baggage that sport people carry with them, which are their instrument of work, and we'll take care that these are well handled.
Are you more of a tech optimist or a tech pessimist? And as a follow-up question, do you think that artificial intelligence is also coming down the line to shake up or, let's say, revolt a little bit the world of APOCs and our innovation schemes?
I think I will answer both questions with one concept. I'm tech neutral. I've had great successes with technology. I've had great disappointments. So what I believe in and strongly believe in is the human component and the human intelligence. And as for artificial intelligence, it can be of help, but as a support to human judgment.
Philippe Laborie, thank you very much.